Well, I've got some good news for you. This is the last video on key retirement risks. Woohoo! But I have 3 more risks to talk to you about. We're going to talk about tax risk, we're going to talk about long-term care risk, and then we're going to talk about the risk multiplier of all the risks that I have discussed so far, and that is longevity risk. By the end of this video, I will give you the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether a retirement annuity is an essential part of your retirement income planning. As I've mentioned before, you can't fix a problem unless you know what that problem is. Hi, my name is Darlene Hartman. I'm a CPA and founder of D. Hartman Consulting, LLC. For the best retirement annuity advice, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Healthy in Retirement, and hit the notification bell so that you can receive notices anytime I post a new video. So the first risk I want to talk about, which I've actually already alluded to, is tax risk. So we were already aware of the viability of the Social Security program along with Medicare and Medicaid. And those are only the 3 top government-funded programs. That's only 3 of them. But there's also this issue of where the government has pumped in over $5 trillion of stimulus into our economy, with another 1 to 3 trillion expected. So we're at the point right now where we're not even going to talk about the government deficit. I mean, it's huge. But the interest on the government deficit is going to exceed the gross domestic product, which is a measure of revenue for the U.S. government. So we know it's going to happen. Again, I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know when it's going to happen, but I can tell you we are at historically low tax rates. The top tax bracket is 37%, and those brackets are pretty wide. So luckily, it'll be that way through about January 1st, 2026, and from there on, who knows what's going to happen. But just to give you an idea of how big this risk could potentially be, I want to read a couple of statistics to you. But to do that, you're going to actually learn something about me. I can't see you very well. So I'm going to put these glasses on so that I can read the numbers off the paper. So, start of World War I, 1916, the tax rate was 15%. Yeah, can we go back to then? But 1917, tax rate jumped up to 67%. 1918, 77%. So as they say, war is quite expensive. Let's go to World War II, 1944. The tax rate peaked at 94% for incomes higher than $200,000. So in today's dollars, that's $2.5 million. So I don't know how many of you know, but Ronald Reagan, our former president, was an actor before he was our president. And he only did 2 movies a year because he didn't want to pay 94% taxes to the federal government. In 1940s, 50s, and 60s, the tax rate never dipped below 70%. So that's just to give you an idea. But then again, who wants to be that politician raising that tax rate? That's going to be interesting, so stay tuned. The next, before I go, retirement annuities. So you do have that tax deferred growth while your annuity is growing or expanding. That's not a huge benefit for a fixed annuity given that the rate is less than 1% right now. But there is some tax planning involved because you do get that standard deduction from the federal government and you want to use it. You don't want to give away that freebie, and a retirement annuity can help out with that. Now let's go into long-term care risk. So you knew I was going to start into this. They say that the average expenses for long-term care cost in retirement is $260,000. So I don't know about you, but I don't have $260,000 sitting aside in my retirement assets to pay long-term care cost. And we're expecting that cost to increase as healthcare costs continue to increase. I want to give you one statistic about long-term care costs. So they're saying there's a 28% chance of you and your spouse will need long-term care by the age of 85. That percentage goes up to 70% for ages 86 and up. So how can an annuity help you out with that? So certain types of retirement annuities do offer what they call a confinement care rider. So as I've mentioned previously, it does not provide you as great of long-term care benefits as a traditional long-term care policy or a whole life insurance policy with a long-term care rider. But those two require a health exam. And if you have a pre-existing condition that doesn't allow you to get those two, a confinement care rider on an annuity would be a great option for you. But even if you have those two coverages, you can get supplemental coverage with a confinement care rider on a retirement annuity. So it's definitely an option to help you prepare for long-term care risk, even though it doesn't provide you as great a coverage as a traditional long-term care policy or a a whole life insurance policy with a long-term care rider. Leave me a comment in the section below and let me know what you're doing to prepare for long-term care risk. Do you and your family already have a plan set aside for long-term care? Also, if you're enjoying this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that you can receive notices anytime I post a new video. Well, here we are. We're going to talk about the risk multiplier. You probably guessed, I already mentioned it. It's longevity risk. It's the one that makes all the other risks a lot more riskier. So we've talked about market risk, inflation risk. We've talked about sequence of return risk, withdrawal rate risk, tax risk, long-term care risk. So you can see the longer that you live, the more you're exposed to all these key retirement risks. So I want to do another statistic, which is why I'm still wearing my glasses. So research shows that 33% of men, 44% of women, 63% of married couples will have at least one of them live beyond the age of 90. 25% of married 65-year-old couples will have one spouse live past the age of 97. So what does that mean? If you're married and you set up a financial plan for the age of 90, that financial plan will fail 63% of the time. So what's the answer? You probably know by now. It's a longevity annuity. If you get a retirement annuity, you cannot outlive your money. You will get that guaranteed income paycheck month after month after month until you die. So you might be saying, how is it even possible that a longevity annuity can provide you that benefit? Well, hold on. We're going to talk about that in the next video. I want to talk about mortality credits, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you can receive a notification when I post the video on mortality credits. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. As previously mentioned, the success in your retirement is dependent on how much guaranteed lifetime income you have in your retirement portfolio, and if you've taken these key retirement risks off the table. So if you have not secured your guaranteed lifetime income or taken these key retirement risks off the table, be sure to hit the link below to become my client. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I post new videos, and be sure to share with your family and friends. Let's get the conversation started on how you can live your best retirement without outliving your money. Thank you for watching.